Well, students, today we are going to learn about the animal cell culture media. What is culture media? See here, the definition is given there. Culture media, a growth medium or culture medium is a liquid or gel designed to support the growth of cell. Okay, uh, because we are going to grow the cells in vitro inside the laboratory. So we have to provide all the necessary ingredients or growth regulators artificially. Okay, inside the laboratory. So this is that media which contain all necessary elements or growth regulators which are required for any uh, growth of any cell. So culture media, what is culture media? It is a liquid or gel designed to support the growth. What is cell culture medium? A growth medium or culture medium is a liquid or gel designed to support the growth of microorganisms, cells, or small plants. Okay, cell culture media generally comprises an appropriate source of energy and compounds which regulate the cell cycle. A typical culture medium is composed of complement of amino acids, vitamins, and inorganic salts, glucose, and serum as a source of growth factors. Hormones and attachment factors. In addition to nutrients, the medium also helps maintain pH and osmolality. See here, types of cell culture media. Here you can see the different types of culture media. There are two major types of culture media: artificial media, natural media. Artificial media is again subdivided into four different types that are namely serum containing media, serum free media, protein free media, and chemically defined media. See here, natural media is again divided into two types: biological fluids and tissue extract. The example of biological fluids: example plasma, serum, lymph, human placental cord, serum amniotic fluid. And tissue extract: extract of liver, spleen, tumors, leukocytes, and bone marrow, extract of bovine embryo and chick embryo. Clots, coagulants of plasma clots. In case of artificial media, balanced salt solution, basal media, complex media. Balanced salt solution, Eagle's balanced salt solution, and Hank's balanced salt solution. Basal media, MEM and DMEM. Complex media, RBMI and IMDM. See here the natural media. It is very useful, but it lacks the knowledge of exact composition of these natural media. When we take the natural media, we don't know the exact concentration of each and every ingredient which are present in that media. Suppose we have taken the blood, okay, but we don't know how much quantity are in there present the different ingredients. Okay, so in case of natural media, it is very useful, but it lacks the knowledge of exact composition of this natural media. Artificial media again subdivided into four different types, that are serum containing media, serum free media, and chemically defined media, and protein free media. Let's have a look over the basic components of a culture media. Culture media as a powder or as a liquid contains amino acids, glucose, salts, vitamins, and other nutrients. The requirement for these components vary among cell lines, and these differences are partly responsible for the extensive number of medium formulations. Also, media contains other nutrients like natural buffering system, HEPAS, phenol red as a pH indicator, yellow or purple color, inorganic salt, amino acid, L-glutamine, carbohydrates, protein, and peptides important in serum free media. Serum is a rich source of protein and includes albumin, transferrin, aprotinine, and futinine, and fibronectin in fatty acids and lipids, vitamins, trace elements. See here, common cell culture media are given there. There are certain common culture media. Commonly we use Eagle's minimum essential media, which is known as EMEM. Eagle's minimum essential medium, EM, Dalbicose modified Eagles medium, DMEM, low glucose and also with high glucose, RPMI, Ham's nutrient mixtures, DMEM, F12, ISCO modified Dalbicose medium, IMDM. See here, some criteria for selecting media is given there. Okay, you can select media on the basis of these 4 criteria. If you want to immediate survival of cell or prolonged survival of cells, indefinite growth of cells, specialized function of cells. Generally, it is good to start with MEM for adherent cells and RPMI 1640 for suspension cells. See here, some media supplements are given there. Serum in media, basic nutrients, growth factors and hormones, binding proteins, promote attachments of cells to the substrate, protease inhibitors, provides minerals like sodium, potassium, zinc, ferrous, etc. Protects cells from mechanical damages during agitations of suspension culture, act as a buffer. Okay, serum in media. And antibiotics. Here some common media and their applications. First, IMDM. IMDM is used for bone marrow culture, hematopoietic progenitor cells culture, human lymphoblastoid leukemia cell lines culture. Another MEM media is also used for chick embryo fibroblast, CHO cells, embryonic nerve cells, alveolar type cells, endothelium, epidermis, fibroblast, glia, glioma, human tumors, melanoma. Okay, another DMEM is used for mesenchymal stem cells culture, chondrocyte fibroblast cell culture, endothelium, fetal alveolar epithelial type 2 cells, cervix epithelium, gastrointestinal cells, mouse neuroblastoma, porcine cells from thyroid glands, ovarian carcinoma cell lines, skeletal muscle cells, Sertoli cells, Syrian hamster fibroblast cells. For these cells, we use DMEM media for the growth of these lines. Okay, RPMI media, T cells and thymocytes, hematopoietic stem cells, human tumors, human myeloid, leukemia cell lines, human lymphoblastoid, leukemia cell lines, mouse myeloma, mouse leukemia, mouse erythroleukemia, mouse hybridoma, rat liver cells. RPMI media is used to grow them in lab. Nutrient mixture F10 and F12, it is used for the cheek embryo pigmented retina, bone, cartilage, adipose tissue, embryonic lung cells and skeletal muscle cells. Here again the slide of natural media is already here. Natural media consists solely of naturally occurring biological fluids. Natural media are very useful and convenient for a wide range of animal cell culture. And the major disadvantages of natural media is its poor reproducibility due to lack of knowledge of the exact composition of this natural media. Artificial media. Artificial or synthetic media are prepared by adding nutrients. Artificial or synthetic media are prepared by adding nutrients, both organic and inorganic nutrients such as vitamins, salts, oxygen and carbon dioxide, gas phases, serum proteins, carbohydrates, cofactors. Different artificial medias have been devised to serve one or more of the following purposes: immediate survival, a balanced salt solution with a specific pH and osmotic pressure; prolonged survival, a balanced solution supplemented with various formulation of organic compounds and or serum; indefinite growth, specialized functions. Artificial media are grouped into 4 different categories which we have discussed earlier in previous slides. First category is the serum containing media. Fetal bovine serum is the most common supplement in animal cell culture media, and it is used as a low cost supplement to provide an optimal culture medium. Serum provides carrier or chelators for labile or water insoluble nutrients. Serum provides carrier or chelators for labile or water insoluble nutrients, hormones and growth factors, protease inhibitors, and binds and neutralize toxic moieties. Serum media. Serum-free media. Presence of serum in the media has many drawbacks and can lead to a serious misinterpretations. In immunological studies, a number of serum-free media have been developed. These media are generally specifically formulated to support the culture of single cell type, such as knockout serum replacement and a knockout dimethyl DMEM from Thermo Fisher Scientific for stem cells, and incorporate defined quantities of purified growth factors, lipoproteins, and other proteins, which are otherwise usually provided by the serum. These media are also referred to as defined culture media, since the components in these media are known. Serum media. Chemically defined media. These media contain contamination-free, ultra-pure inorganic and organic ingredients, and may also contain pure protein additives like growth factors. Their constituents are produced in bacteria or yeast by genetic engineering, with the addition of vitamins, cholesterol, specific amino acids, and fatty acids. Protein-free media. Protein-free media do not contain any protein and only contain non-protein constituents compared to serum supplemented media. Use of protein-free media promotes superior cell growth and protein expression and facilitates downstream purification of any expressed products. Formulations like MEM, RPMI are protein-free, and protein supplements is provided when required. Protein-free media. See here, let's have a look over the basic components of culture media. Culture media contain a mixture of amino acids, glucose, salts, vitamins, and other nutrients, and available either as a powder or as a liquid form from commercial suppliers. The requirement for these components vary among cell lines, and these differences are partly responsible for the extensive number of medium formulations. Here, buffering system. Regulating pH is critical for optimum culture conditions and is generally achieved by one of the two buffering systems. Natural buffering system. In a natural buffering system, gaseous carbon dioxide balances with the hydrocarbonate content of the culture media. Cultures with a natural buffering system need to be maintained in an air atmosphere with 5 to 10% CO2, usually maintained by an CO2 incubator. Natural buffering system is low cost and non-toxic. HEPES 4,2-hydroxyethyl per-azynethine sulfonic acid. Chemical buffering using a Zwitterion. HEPES has a superior buffering capacity in the pH range 7.2 to 7.4 and does not require a controlled gaseous atmosphere. HEPES is relatively expensive and toxic at a higher concentration. For some cell types, HEPES has also been shown to great increase and sensitivity of media to phototoxic effects induced by exposure to fluorescent light. Amino acids, one of the ingredients which are required for cell culture media. Amino acids. Amino acids are the building blocks of proteins and thus are obligatory ingredients of all known cell culture media. Essential amino acids must be included in the culture media as the cells cannot synthesize these by themselves. They are required for the proliferation of cells and their concentration determines the maximum achievable cell density. L-glutamine, an essential amino acid, is particularly important. L-glutamine provides nitrogen for NAD, NADPH and nucleotides and serves as a secondary energy source for metabolism. L-glutamine is an unstable amino acid that with time converts to a form that cannot be used by cells and should thus be added to media just before use. A precaution should be used when adding more L-glutamine than needed for the original medium formulation, since its degradation results in the buildup of ammonia, and ammonia can have deleterious effect on some cell lines. L-glutamine concentration for mammalian cell culture media can vary from 0.68 millimolar in medium 199 to 4 millimolar in Delvico's modified Eagle's medium. Invertebrate cell culture media can contain as much as 12.3 millimolar L-glutamine. Supplements like Glutamax are more stable and can replace glutamine for long-term culturing of slow cells. Non-essential amino acids may also be added to the medium to replace those have been depleted during growth. Supplementation of media with non-essential amino acids stimulates growth and prolong the viability of the cells. Vitamins. Many vitamins are essential for growth and proliferation of cells. Vitamins cannot be synthesized in sufficient quantities by cells and therefore important supplements required in tissue culture. Again, serum is the major source of vitamins in cell culture. However, media are also enriched with different vitamins, making them suitable for a particular cell line. The B group vitamins are most commonly added for growth stimulation. Inorganic salt in the media help to retain the osmotic balance and help in regulating membrane potential by providing sodium, potassium and calcium ions. Carbohydrates in the form of sugars are the major source of energy. Most of the media contain glucose and galactose. However, some contain maltose and fructose. Protein and peptides. The most commonly used proteins and peptides are albumin, transferrin and fibronectin. They are particularly important in serum-free media. Serum is a rich source of proteins and includes albumin, transferrin, aproteinin, futenin and fibronectin. Albumin is the main protein in blood acting to bind water, salts, free fatty acids, hormones and vitamins and transport them between tissues and cells. The binding capacity of albumin makes it suitable remover of toxic substances from the cell culture media. Aproteinin is a protective agent in cell culture system, stable at neutral and acidic pH and resistant to high temperature and degradation by proteolytic enzymes. It has the ability to inhibit the several serine proteases such as trypsin. Phytune is Aproteinin is a protective agent in cell culture systems, stable at neutral and acidic pH and resistant to higher temperatures and degradation by proteolytic enzymes. It has the ability to inhibit several serine proteases such as trypsin. Futin is a glycoprotein found in fetal and newborn serum at larger concentrations than in adult serum. It is also an inhibitor of serine proteases. Fibronectin is a key player in cell attachment. Transferrin is an iron transport protein that act to supply iron to the cell membrane. Fatty acid and lipids. They are particularly important in serum-free media as they are generally present in serums. Trace elements. Trace elements are often supplemented to serum-free media to replace those normally found in serum. Trace elements like copper, zinc, selenium and tricarboxylic acid intermediates are chemical elements that are needed in minute amounts for proper cell growth. These micronutrients are essential for many biological processes. Example, the maintenance of the functionality of enzymes. Media supplements. The complete growth media recommended for certain cell lines requires additional components which are not present in the basal media and serum. These component supplements help sustain proliferation and maintain normal cell metabolism. Although supplements like hormones, growth factors and signaling substances are required for normal growth of some cell lines, it is always best to take the following precautions. Since the addition of supplement can change the osmolality of the complete growth media, which can negatively affect the growth of cells, it is always best to recheck the osmolality. after supplements are added. For most of the cell lines, optimal osmolality should be between 260 MOSM kg and per kg, 320 per kg. Shelf life of the growth media changes after the addition of supplements. Complete media containing protein supplement tend to degrade faster than the basal media alone. Antibiotics, although not required for all cell growth, antibiotics are often used to control the growth of bacterial and fungal contaminants. Routine use of antibiotics for cell culture is not recommended since antibiotics can make contamination by mycoplasma and resistance bacteria. Moreover, antibiotics can also interfere with the metabolism of sensitive cells. Okay, this is all about the animal cell culture media. Okay, thank you guys.